What are you guys looking for this spring? No Gronowski. You got the battle. You would imagine between Hank and Jackson for who's going to be QB2 in the spring, QB3. You would assume in the fall, depending on if there's any other movement. And then you got Jimmy Sullivan. People are high on him, and you'll have Ryan Fitzgerald joining the room at some point. And yeah, I mean, it's a far cry from where we were last year, just in terms of, to Kirk's point, health and just experience. I mean, QB4 last year was Tommy Pahalski, who was a legacy guy. He's at Colorado State now. QB4 now is the guy who went into Maryland and won a game for you. And that's it's good to have experience no matter where it is on the depth chart.
Here's a perfect scenario for me. Like, obviously, Mark plays almost every snap next year, and he's your guy. Is Hank Brown a guy you're confident in next year, you know? Or is it, you know, the younger Jimmy Sullivan or Jackson, you know? I think if either one of those two are playing this year because of injury, that's, you know, probably going to be bad news for Iowa. But this spring is really where they develop, right? So I'm interested to see how those two perform, and I'm assuming that Brendan Sullivan's going to go in the portal afterwards, right? I think we all at least a little bit are. But if he's your backup, that gives me a little bit of hope. Mm-hmm. But I really want to see how Hank does in this offense. I know he started a couple games last year for Auburn. One, he looked really good, 4 touchdowns and 250 yards passing. The other one, he looked kind of shaky, 70 yards, 3 picks. So can he, you know, take that next step and under Tim Lesser's offense? So I think that's really the question at quarterback is, A, who's your backup when it comes to Hank and Jackson, and B, is Hank your guy next year?